Hey, this is Lian and Ara, and you're listening to Daybreak.
For our returning listeners, hello, and thank you again for supporting our latest album called Daybreak. And to our new listeners, we're just going to give you a brief introduction into the podcast. This podcast, it's just really us talking about life in your 20s, you know, our struggles, inspirations, things that might be, you know, not really sure about, all these things, the typical things that you face when you're in your 20s, and also to talk about music, of course. So join us as we take a break and talk about them here at Daybreak. It's another episode of Daybreak.
Yes, we thank you so much for all our listeners and fans who tuned in to our first podcast.
I just want to begin this podcast by saying how amazing is it that the last quarter of our 2020 turned out to be so great. I mean, who would have thought that we would be able to release an album during this time, you know? And it really turned out great and awesome.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, hindi naman tayo makapag-release ng album without the help of our dear label.
Of course, Warner Music Philippines, where we are right now. This is their office. Yes. Very beautiful. Mm-hmm. And
thank you so much for signing us.
Yeah, and those opportunities that we grabbed and we were open to because of you guys. Yeah. And one of those things that we're talking about, like an opportunity na talagang opened a lot of doors for us, is the Sweden workshop or boot camp that we went to. So that was sponsored by our label, Warner Music Philippines. Actually, just a brief background. It's actually an annual thing, I think, that they do. Mm-hmm. So every year they pick out artists from different countries.
Warner Music Regional, yes.
And they send them to Sweden. I'm not sure if it's always Sweden, but for last
Europe.
somewhere at a studio, and they put them there to be part of the songwriting camp. So we were lucky enough to be one of those who experienced that just a year ago. That was really one of our memorable travels together, I believe. We love traveling together.
And you can't wait to travel again.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, I actually miss traveling. I miss traveling with this one because we always talked about it. We never fought. You know how the people say that when you travel with someone, that's when you really get to know them, and sometimes you fight. But we've never fought.
Yeah, we never fought. But I guess because it's always work. Every time we travel, it's always work. But we've traveled once.
But we have fun
vacation.
On the side.
Yes. We always have fun on the side naman.
So yun nga, I just want to know your opinion on this saying na when a door closes, another one opens. Can you relate to that in any sort of way?
Because I think there's a positive and a negative side sa saying na yun. Yes. Parang for me, it's time to be optimistic. Yeah. Like, you always look at the positive side ng mga bagay, ng mga sitwasyon. So, parang for me personally, yun yung perception ko sa saying na yun.
That's true.
How about you?
Well, me naman, I feel like when I look at the saying, it reminds me of, you know, how do you let go of things that don't serve you anymore, or things that or kahit minsan people that you've probably grown apart with these people, diba? Or excess baggage that you don't need for you to move on. Kasi if you don't let go of these things, wala there's no growth. So it's essential. Growth is essential. Yeah. So guys, today for this episode, we have another special guest that's going to be joining us. Yeah.
Yes, we met her in Sweden.
Yes, she's a dear friend of ours.
Yep, and she's an artist from Warner Music Indonesia.
She's one of the coolest people that we've ever met.
Very great artist.
Yes, and very easy,
cool.
Very cool,
very
cool,
and
very young also.
Very
she's
young.
We're like her ates. Okay, so she's also a singer-songwriter with the debut single It's Amazing that topped the charts in Apple Music's top 30 during its first week. And she just released a few singles just like us. She released
Runaway and Shush.
Yeah, Shush. Yeah. I love that
singles.
song. And her follow-up single, Tak Lagi Sama, also garnered more than 600,000 views on YouTube and 300,000 plays on Spotify. That's
in less than
amazing.
a month.
And she's really big in Indonesia, guys. So we're very lucky to be having her here on the show today. So without further ado, let's introduce
Rahmania Astrini. Hey, Rahmania Astrini, aka Astri, what's up?
Welcome to the
much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. How are you guys?
We're good. We're very excited.
Yeah.
We miss you.
Yeah,
we miss you.
Miss you too.
We had a really fun time in Sweden. No?
Yeah.
I think it was the three of us who really
Bonded.
got along so
Yeah.
well. So we've been listening to your new singles. They're all so good. Can I just say, all very catchy. And
Can't wait for more.
Yes, can't wait for more. So speaking of singles, you have a new one that you just released called Shush, right? So tell us about this song. How was it working with Toby Gad? You know, the guy behind If I Were a Boy and Big Girls Don't Cry. I mean, it's crazy. How was it?
It was crazy. It was unexpected, and I don't know. Honestly, I never in my imagination I would actually have the opportunity to do this, but eventually God says yes. So I'm very happy and humbled. Also, Toby Gad, it took me 5 days to record Shush.
Wow.
It was pretty.
Wow. How is Shush so different from your previous songs? How's it different?
So I think Shush is very different in terms of the whole song at first. The vibe. I've never sang any song that has like a sexual kind of vibe, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that the song is sexual, but like it's kind of sexy. And I've never sang any type of song like that. So that is a new experience for me. And also the song is kind of complicated, to be honest. Every time I try to sing the song live, I get really nervous because it's really hard. And I guess working with another artist from across the ocean, overseas from my country is amazing. It's fun. And Shush, I guess the vibe is really different from all of my songs before.
Crazy. But hey, it turned out great. It's a really great track. So congrats on Shush, Astri.
Congrats.
But speaking of songs, there's this thing that we're very excited about. We are actually going to be releasing a collaboration.
And it's done already.
Yeah, and we are done recording it. So can you just give our listeners, what can they expect from this collaboration of ours?
Well, I guess it will be a really, really sad song, honestly. Right? Am I right?
In a way, right? Love.
It is a sad song, and I've wanted to write with you guys ever since we met in Sweden. And then I was like, oh God, if I could write with him, if I could sing with him, I think it would be a great idea. And then my dream came true. And then that happened. So, the title of the song is Blah Blah.
Blah blah. 2 syllables. Blah blah.
Blah Blah.
Yep.
2 syllables. Blah Blah.
Uh-huh.
It's a really sad song, and it is very, in my opinion, it's beautiful, honestly. Especially when you guys step in. It's like, your harmonies.
Thank you so much. That was such a beautiful song, and we had so much fun working on that.
Of course.
And I feel like it went so smoothly. Our whole process of writing it right together. So I guess just to wrap it up, do you want to invite our listeners? Where can they listen to your songs and where can they follow you?
Of course. Hello. I feel happy that now Leanna Nara wants to do a podcast with me. And I hope that you guys stay safe and you can listen to my song while maybe staying at home. And my song maybe can accompany you guys through this madness. And you guys can listen to my songs on every digital music platform, the ones you like, anyone, anywhere. And you can search my name, Rahmania Astrini.
Yeah.
And then all of the songs will pop out. So please give it a listen. And don't forget to listen to Leanna too.
Oh, thank you. Hey,
Yeah, maybe-
now that you're singing,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe-
we can give our listeners like a quick sample of
Runway.
the one that we did for that TikTok
Sure.
popcorn duet. Is it okay?
Yep.
Before
Can you
we
give us a
wrap
little-
That
things up,
popcorn duet.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go. If you stood in
my
my
shoes,
shoes, say what
Would
you do?
I love,
hate you?
and I hate.
To love you. I
One,
want to
two,
stay.
three.
I want to stay.
I wanna run away
Run away to.
to.
Yeah! Oh my gosh, thanks so much,
Thank you, Astri.
Astri.
Thank you, Rahmania Astrini.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we hope you enjoyed.
We miss you. We miss you. We
We'll
hope to
see you
I
soon.
miss you. I miss you too. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Take care.
Can't wait for our release.
Take care.
Wow, that was such a sweet catch-up
Yeah.
sesh with Rahmania.
I missed her. I missed her energy.
Yeah. Very young.
Yeah, so since we were also talking about opportunities a while ago, I think it's time we touch base on our song. Who's Gonna Love You?
Yeah, right. Who's gonna love you? And we'd love to call it Wiggly or
Yeah.
WGUI. So
So
this
what's
song
about?
is about someone who keeps on searching for love, but ends up failing.
That's so true. It's like, when you run after opportunities in life, sometimes naman it doesn't always come to you. Parang you want something, pero it doesn't always go like you planned it.
yeah.
So
The way you
it's
want
very
it
much
to
like
be.
that. It's very much like that. Yung parang, oh my gosh, I want this, but I can't have it. Wow, when is my turn? When is it gonna be finally my turn?
Who's gonna love me?
Who's gonna love me when the sun comes up? But yeah, that's just a brief background because we're gonna be performing this song right now for you guys.
For you.
So please enjoy Who's Gonna Love You.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. So sick and tired of all of these faces. Saturday night in a bar or two till 3 or 4, but I can't seem to find just the one I've been looking for. So you cool with me and you think it's right, 'cause we dance till 3, yeah, we up all night. Then you got my phone, put your number in. You said you'd call and I'll see you again. But who's gonna love you when the sun comes up? And who's gonna be there by the time you wake up? 4 in the morning and you run out of luck. But who's gonna love you when the sun comes up?
Out on your own, and your friends didn't show. Spending so much time on money and alcohol. But when you go and finally see what you've been looking for, you won't be dancing on your own. We can dance till 3, we can go all night, but it doesn't mean that you hold me tight. When the music's gone, I'll be on my own. For every goodbye, there's another hello.
But who's gonna love you when the sun comes up? And who's gonna be there by the time you wake up? 4 in the morning and you run out of luck. Yeah, but who's gonna love you when the sun comes up?
Can I stay a while?
Can I stay a while?
Can I take my time?
Can I take my time?
I'm just trying to find someone who makes me feel alive, to keep me alive.
Who's gonna love you when the sun comes up?
Who's gonna love you?
Who's gonna